Hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. Gary is cleaning up his house and shoveling snow right now, so it's just me tonight. For those of you who are new to the program, this is our nightly live streaming show, Jackpot Tonight, where we run through all the jackpots, see who's contending, see who has fallen short, and see how big the prizes will be tomorrow if nobody hits. My name is Steve Murphy. I am the co-founder and CEO of Boom Fantasy. Thanks for joining us tonight. I missed last night's broadcast. Gary took it so low. But how about these new jackpots, huh? I'm actually pretty excited about them. We vetted these ideas out with a few of our players, a bunch of our players before we launched them. And I think they're going to be a lot of fun, especially as they grow. So we added two new lower priced, what we would call, quote unquote, easy jackpots. And by easy, I don't mean that you should expect to win them every day, but by easy, we mean that we expect to have multiple winners each week. We added two new easy jackpots this week. One at $1.11, where it's all lightning bolt questions. So it's all where you predict the exact points, and if you're plus or minus 1, so if you choose 25 for LeBron and he scores between 24 and 26, that's considered a right answer. So we launched that, which is a brand new format for us. We think people will really enjoy it. Consistently in sort of user feedback calls, people have said that that's their favorite question. So we're excited to see if people can nail 3 in a row. And then the second format it's very much mirrored off our daily or our Mighty Dollar contest, and it is the Mighty Double, which is a similar 4-question contest, 3 pick'em and 1 lightning bolt. But instead of a $1 entry, it's $2.22. And as a result, the prize pool of that contest will go up much faster. We just launched that yesterday. I'm looking at the prize pool now. It's already up to 262 tonight. And if nobody wins it, it'll probably be, 320 to 340 tomorrow. So that's a nice small entry that you can win a big chunky prize every night. And again, if no one hits that jackpot, considering the Mighty Dollar has gotten as high as $2,000, we think that that's a relatively easy jackpot that can get big in a hurry. So we're pretty excited about that. We're excited to launch them so early in March. Our goal was really just to get them in by March Madness, but they're in very nice and early, so you'll have plenty of NBA, NHL contests to test them out on before the madness begins. Again, I'm Steve Murphy. I am the co-founder and CEO of Boom. This is Jackpot Tonight. Usually Jackpot Tonight is a 2-person hosted contest, but right now it's just me. And I'm going to try to dig out a photo of why it's just me. I hope Gary doesn't mind that I'm showing this. But if you're on the East Coast, or if you are a big weather guy, if you're a big meteorologist, you know that there was quite I don't want to say quite a snowstorm because most of us got very little snow, but there was a pretty big nor'easter that came through, both New York and Boston areas, and Boom Fantasy is located in New York City. And my co-host my co-host Gary here lives in New Jersey. And this is a photo from just a couple hours ago. So can you see that all right? That is a tree that fell about 2-3 inches from his car and a couple feet from his house. So he's cleaning up his house, trying to make sure that, nothing else goes almost as wrong as that did. So we wish Gary the best of luck. But he's fine. It's more cosmetic. But that's a pretty big tree. That tree, if that falls on you, it's kind of game over. So I'm glad that tree didn't fall on you, Gary. I hope that you're not breaking your back shoveling snow, and we'll see you in the office tomorrow. So let's dive into the jackpot contest. It's pretty late in the 4th quarter. One game that I'm sort of tracking off screen here, so if you see my eyes darting, it's because I'm glancing at the TV, is the Raptors-Pistons game. The Raptors are up 3 right now with 4:23 to go, so that is a close one. And let's see, I noticed before I went on the air that there actually weren't too many contenders in the main jackpots. So the Mighty Dollar and the Mighty Double, as of right now, we only have a couple 2 of 4s. And looking at the triple lightning, we have 1, 2 of 3, but that player's already been eliminated because he had DeRozan at 20, and DeRozan's at 26 right now. For a brief moment, we had someone 3 of 3 in the triple lightning, which would have been our first winner, but it's pretty early on in the night, and so a lot of those players did soar past their predicted totals. So again, the triple lightning, very interesting contest. You predict 3 players, the exact number of points you think they'll score. If you have a range of 3, so if you choose 29, you get 28, 29, and 30 as correct answers. And for tonight, we had Giannis, James Harden, and DeRozan. Giannis has 28 points with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Harden has 26 with about 4 minutes left, and DeRozan has 26. So we'll see where they end up, but I imagine a lot of people probably did choose in the 30s for those guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone jumps up and has a chance at this. One thing we're going to make easier is tracking for this triple lightning contest. You know, it's a little different than our pick'em contest where if someone has a big lead in the second quarter, you know they're effectively going to win. You know, it illustrates that you're right. Currently, right now, we're only showing, if you're right at the moment. But we'll add a sort of projected total that'll make it a little bit easier to track who has a real chance of taking down the triple lightning. But I am excited to see how these contests end up. I wouldn't be shocked if someone becomes a contender in that. Mighty Double. The thing with the Mighty Double is I'm looking at... Actually, the Mighty Double's not bad. The Mighty Dollar had a couple long shots come through, and I think that's what threw everybody off. But we'll see if anyone makes a late run at those. I also want to give you some sort of like behind the scenes news at Boom about what we're planning. So for those of you who watch this show regularly, you knew that these jackpots were coming. We kind of gave you a sneak peek about a week in advance, and we mentioned a couple times, and we actually took name suggestions. So we thank you for that. We think it became a better product because of your feedback. And so now I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of the next thing we're working on. Because at Boom, we never rest on our laurels. We have a really awesome team, a really dedicated team that's always building new stuff, that's always trying to make the app even better. And I'm excited to announce we are working on some gameplay that is radically different than what we're doing now. And this gameplay will actually be free. At least to start, it's going to be free to play. So this won't be a paid entry, but we will have cash prizes. And we're going to take a page out of the HQ trivia book and do some live sports trivia contests in, I want to say the coming days. It may be about a week, but live sports trivia is coming to Boom. So if you have one of those friends who, thinks he knows everything about everything when it comes to sports, drag him onto the app and have him play in one of our live trivia contests. We're still looking for the right host or host. For those of you who do play HQ, Scott Rogowski is a charismatic guy, and I don't think I have the comedic personality to carry a live trivia show like that. So we're looking for people who are both prettier than me and funnier than me, which shouldn't be very hard. So that's a little sneak peek about what's coming. We're very excited about it. And it's just a sign of a lot of things to come. At Boom, we want to become a sports gaming destination. Yes, we want to do fantasy sports contests. Yes, we want to do jackpots. Yes, we will do sports betting when we're able and legal to do so. We're going to do trivia. We're going to do other types of games that we haven't even talked about yet. We're going to become effectively Disneyland for sports gaming. So we're very excited about all the new stuff that's coming. But I think the live trivia will be a lot of fun. I had just about 20 minutes ago, the engineering team gave me a look of how the product looks right now, and it already looks pretty good. So I'm very excited about it. I'm jumping in the chat. Yeah, Joel's giving me a hard time spilling the beans. I'm sure our engineers are like, don't talk about it yet. It still could be a while because we're debugging it. We're going through quality assurance and we're making sure it's a relatively seamless experience. At Boom, we have a startup mentality. We believe in getting the product good enough, but then getting it out there, getting feedback, looking to improve it. So, that's why if you're watching these videos, occasionally there are some glitches. And occasionally you're on the app and you can't get us to shut up when you try to have it pause. Occasionally the video production isn't as crisp as it should be. But that's just the 1.0, right? We just started these live streams within the past 30 days. They're definitely going to improve 10x over the coming weeks and coming months. So we're definitely a big believer of getting the first iteration of the product out there and then improving it with your help. But yeah, the trivia is coming, and we're quite excited about it. Let's see, what else is going on? No Bachelor prop contest. So yeah, Chamook. I don't know if this contest was made yesterday or today. I'm gonna say I'm not a big reality TV guy just because I don't really watch much TV in general anymore. For longtime viewers of the show, they know that I have 2 little children, so I don't do much of anything besides diapers and work these days. But I read about the Bachelor show, the season finale. It sounded like must-see viewing. In fact, I'm tempted to go YouTube like the final scene or scenes. Looked pretty entertaining. We did do some Oscars contests. I hope you saw that. And we're definitely not opposed to doing reality TV in the future. It's a little more difficult because it's pretty much scripted, right? And certainly people who worked on the shows know exactly what happened. So you can never really do that kind of stuff for real money just for fear that someone in the know will take advantage of it. But we're definitely open to doing those kinds of entertainment-related shows and entertainment-related contests in the future. And I think the live trivia is kind of the first wave of that, the first sort of foray. I need to learn how to pronounce that word. The first foray into this sort of entertainment-style gameplay, and we're quite excited about it. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I don't know what happened to the names for the double. I was not part of the name selection process for that. The guys have let me kind of focus on some other stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure how they come up with the names, but I think they're good. I like the triple. It is triple lightning, right? Let me check. Yeah, I like triple lightning. Kind of, at least we've always called that last question a lightning bolt question. I'm not sure if you guys consider it. You need to, strike it exactly. And the mighty double, sounds like the mighty dollar, but it should, right? It's the exact same format, only a different price point. So I think the team did a good job with the names. But, you can make a petition. We'll change them. We listen to our users. We listen to our players. One other thing that I want to touch base on, and we're going to talk about it a lot over the next several weeks, is March Madness. I think March Madness is going to be very exciting at Boom. This will actually be our first March Madness. We made the decision a couple months ago, I think it was maybe December of last year, that we were going to bring back NCAA contests. So, we temporarily decided not to do them for a while. So, again, Boom is a couple years old. We've really grown a lot over the last 3 to 6 months. But we started doing NCAA contests, and then we decided to pause them, basically because of all the crap that FanDuel and DraftKings got into. They pulled their NCAA contests, and we didn't want to be an outlier, and we're like, all right, we'll pull them too. But now that things have settled down and we sort of re-examine the laws, we know that we can do NCAA contests. I mean, they're just as legal as FanDuel and DraftKings contests, and our players kept asking for them. So we decided to bring back NCAA contests for the college football semifinals and championship, and that was a huge success. And we're expecting great things for March Madness. I think I actually used to live in Las Vegas for a couple years, and I'll tell you that Las Vegas can be fun, any weekend. But there's something about that Thursday through Sunday on the opening stretch of March Madness games. It's the best time to be in Las Vegas. I mean, there is just energy everywhere you look. Because, yes, there's people who have money riding on the games, but it's also just, fans and alumni of these teams that maybe haven't made the tournament in a while. And instead of going to, whatever arena in, Spokane, Washington, they decided to go to Vegas and really enjoy themselves. So I always love that weekend in Vegas. Speaking of Vegas, I saw one of our longtime players, in fact, really one of our longtime players, a player since 2015, B. Haas posted a photo in the news feed this week. He was in Sin City. I hope he enjoyed himself. I love Vegas. I'm a big fan. My wife, not as much, but I love it. Joel saying, sad I can't participate in Maryland on March Madness. Is Maryland one of the states that you can't do March Madness? There, we have people in our company who are effectively experts on all these state laws. They figure out where you can participate, where you can't. I leave it to them to make sure that we're not breaking any laws. But it is where you are currently. So if your mobile device is a state that's allowed to play, you can jump in one of those states and play. If you're in a state where you can't play, tough luck for the time being. I'm going to jump through these jackpot contests once more before signing out. See if we have any contenders late. I'm looking at this Pistons game. 1 second, I'll tell you how much time is left in it. I'll tell you the crowd is left. I guess people have better things to do in Detroit right now. But yeah, there's less than a minute to go. Raptors are up 3. Ooh, I take that back. It's now a tie game with 40.2 seconds to go. So we'll see. That actually could throw a wrench in things. That could go to overtime. We'll see how it finishes out. But let's check the standings, see how people are doing. By the way, when you navigate the app and you see your face on it, it's a very strange experience. Okay, so Mighty Dollar, we got Ephraim 1978, who's contending. He's got, but he's contending in the late slate. So he's got Randolph and Davis. He's also got Rondo, who's a solid choice. And then he has Anthony Davis at 31 points. But that contest is just beginning, so I wouldn't really focus too much on him. I'm looking at the Triple Lightning, and as of now, no one is really up there. There's a whole bunch of 1 of 3s, and the Mighty Double has 4 2 of 4s. Let me jump in there and see if anyone can make a late run. So again, it sort of depends if this game goes to overtime. I'm looking at Hoops 22. He got Blake Griffin in question 1. He's got Capella in question 2, who's a rebound shy of the lead. Then he's got Chris Paul for assists, but Lowry has 15. I don't think that one's going to change. And he does have Harden nailed at 26 right now. But again, this game may go to overtime. So there's still some hope for those guys who are at 2 of 4 in the Mighty Double. I think the rest of these jackpots are probably not going to be hit in the early slate. So you'll have to check back for the late slate. But for those of you who want a quick summary of the jackpot contest, feel free to go to our dedicated jackpot page. If you tap See All Contests, there's a big gold jackpot icon, and then you can see now our 6 jackpot contests, ranging from, of course, the Mighty Dollar, which if no one hits it today, will probably go over 300 for tomorrow. So a nice opportunity at 300 extra money. And then, of course, we got the $1 million jackpot on the high end, where you can put up $4 and win 7 figures. Not too shabby. All right, that's all for me. One of these days, Gary and I are going to be back at it. The dynamic duo will be back. But again, Gary is shoveling snow at the moment, and so we're going to let him do that. But thank you for joining us. Again, this is Steve Murphy, co-founder and CEO of Boom Fantasy. And this was our live streaming show, Jackpot Tonight. We'll be back on tomorrow. Best of luck in the late slate. Bye, guys.